Hi, welcome our dear student of third prep on Madrasa على الهوا. Today we are going to make a general revision on our syllabus. But first, welcome Mr. Muhammad.
Welcome, Ms. Rasha.
Okay, today we have a general revision on all the
Points.
syllabus.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The first point, go on.
Hello, dear students of third prep science. Let's go to start our revision today with the first type of questions, as we have today give reason for, and we have many types of questions and many points as we will going through the all points in our syllabus. Let's go to start with the first question as give reason for with the first question. Okay, يلا بينا نبتدي مع بعض. أول question بيقول هنا هو عندنا velocity and force are vector physical quantities. يعني يعتبروا vector physical quantities. يبقى we answer according to what? Which point? Or we can pick up the answer from the question as we will answer according to vector physical quantities here. So we have to answer why. أقول له طبعا because they identify with magnitude and direction. Because here we talk about what? Because here we talk about physical quantity, and which type of physical quantity? We talk about the vector physical quantities. Next question is what? As you see here, the body which moves in a straight line, its displacement equal its distance. We have only one case. If the body moves in a straight line, لو الجسم بيتحرك في a straight line, as from here, from point A to point B. In front of you here, we have point A to point B. If we have, for example, here, the distance between point A and point B is 5 meters. If the body moves in a straight line. So here, its displacement equal its distance. If the body doesn't return back to its original point. So here, why? طبعا هنا we will answer in only one case, displacement equal distance. How? Because in this case, the distance equal the shortest straight line between between 2 points. يعني we mix between the definition of displacement, but we have to answer according to distance. يعني بقول له in this case distance, only in this case الحالة الوحيدة the distance is equal displacement. هقول له because distance is in this case is the shortest straight line between 2 points. Okay. Next question is the amount of fuel by a plane are different according to the wind direction. يعني كمية البترول أو الوقود which consumed by the plane is different according to what wind direction. يعني على حسب اتجاه الرياح. طبعا هنا we will answer why. أقول له طبعا because when the plane flies against wind direction, اللي يحصل لو هي طارت عكس اتجاه الرياح هقول له will consume more fuel. هتستهلك وقود أكتر. طبعا instead of the plane flies with wind direction, طبعا will consume less amount of fuel. But if the plane flies against wind direction, طبعا in this case will consume more fuel. Okay, you have another question, Miss Rasha?
Okay, I have a question. Give reason. Planets rotate around the sun in a fixed orbit. Planet rotate around the sun in a fixed orbit. Okay, this is due to gravity. Okay, this is due to the gravity of the planet with the sun, so they rotate around the sun in a fixed orbit. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Muhammad.
Okay. So here we have another question as give reason for. As you see here on the monitor, the image that formed by the plane mirror is virtual. Here we answer according to what? Here we answer according to virtual image. Why virtual image in this case? هقول له why? هقول له because it can't be received on the screen. طب افرض هو قال لي give reason for. يعني أنا عرفت طبعا virtual image can't be received on a screen أو on the screen. If we have give reason for here, another give reason for. Give reason for this image can't be received on a screen. ليه؟ This image can't be received on the screen. يبقى we have another question or as another give reason for. So here we answer although because it formed due to the intersection of extension of the reflected rays. ليه قلنا هنا هو reflected rays? Because we talk about what? We talk about mirror. We talk about what? Mirror. So we answer according to what? Reflected rays. So we have intersection of what? Not reflected rays by themselves, but by extension. يعني امتداد the reflected light rays. So we have two questions here. As number 15, we have the image that formed by the plane mirror is virtual. هقول له this image can't be received on the screen. But if we have another, give reason for why this image can't be received on the screen. هقول له because is formed due to intersection of extension of the reflected rays. Okay. Next question. The convex mirror is a divergent mirror. So we have two parts to answer this question. According to number one, according to the divergent and according to mirror. Divergent which means separate يعني بتشتت بتفصل. يبقى هقول له هنا because it separates light rays after what? After reflection or after refraction. طبعا here we talk about what? We talk about mirror. So we will say due to أو because it separates light after reflection. يبقى we answer here divergent يعني separate light. Mirror after reflection. If we have lens, we will say after refraction, not reflection. Okay. Next question is concave mirror. We talk about mirror. Is convergent mirror. Or we talk about what? Solar oven. We have the same answer. Using of solar oven. Why? Or the concave mirrors are convergent mirrors. هقول له طبعا هنا why? Because it collects light rays after reflection. After what? Reflection. يبقى we answer according to convergent يعني collect. And the mirror يبقى after reflection. Okay, Ms. Rasha.
Okay, I have to give reasons. Give reason number 2. In Napier theory, the gaseous sphere change into flat disk. This is the first give reason. The third one, universe in continuous expansion. Let's write the answer. In Napier theory, the gaseous sphere change into flat disk. And this is due to center fusion force. Okay, as the sphere rotate around itself in very high speed. The other give reason why the universe is in continuous expansion, and this is due to continuous separation between galaxies. Okay, يبقى again the give reason in Napier theory the gaseous sphere change into flat disk due to centrifugal force, universe in continuous expansion due to continuous separation between galaxies. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Hamad.
So here, dear students, we should differentiate between the three theories as we studied before. We have Napier theory, we have crossing star theory, and we have the modern theory. We should remember the names of scientists, as we have the first theory that explain the origin of the solar system. We have here, as we talk about the Laplace, the first scientist, to explain the origin of solar system. Number one, يبقى Napier theory, founder is Laplace. Number 2 is the crossing star theory. The founder of this star or this theory, two scientists, Chamberlain and Moulton. And the third theory here we have what as a modern theory by what? By Alfred Hull. We should remember the names of the scientists that establish or the founder of these theories. Okay, let's go to complete but with another types of question. As here we have what happens عندنا what happens if. Number 1 نخلي بالنا مع بعض بيقول لي the light falls perpendicular. اللايت نزل perpendicular on the reflecting surface. The light falls perpendicular on the reflecting surface as we studied before in second prep. خدناها قبل كده في تانية اعدادي. اقول له it will ايه؟ يبقى it will reflect on itself. طبعا if here we have give reason for why the light in this case reflect on itself. give reason هقول له why. هقول له طبعا هنا because angle of incidence equal angle of what? Of reflection. Equal what? Equal 0. Why the light reflect on itself? ليه هو رجع على نفسه تاني reflect on itself؟ أقول له because angle of incidence equal the angle of reflection equal what? Equal 0 in only this case. The second question is the light ray falls on the center of curvature of the concave or convex mirror. لو اللايت نزل على center of curvature of what? Concave or convex mirror. خلي بالنا هنا بيتكلم على concave mirror وconvex mirror, and we have to differentiate between the two cases how the light falls on concave mirror but passes through the center of curvature. خلي بالنا. And we know if the light falls on the center of curvature in concave mirror, it what? Yes, it will reflect on itself. طيب ده فين؟ في الكونكيف mirror. طب in convex mirror the light ray أو the extension of the light ray here will reflect on itself. خلي بالنا الconvex mirror is separating mirror, is divergent mirror, so we should differentiate between concave and the convex mirror in the case of the light falling through the center of curvature, because in concave mirror the light falls in the on the center of curvature, it will reflect on itself. Okay, but on the convex mirror the extension خلي بالنا لان احنا بنتكلم على convex mirror divergent mirror, which means separate the light rays after reflection. The third question is what? As you see here, the light ray passes طبعا through the focus of the mirror. يعني هنا بيقول لي what happens if the light falls through the focus of the mirror. خلي بالنا بيقول focus of what? Of the mirror, not lens. We know mirror, so we talk about the light reflection. But here the light falls through the focus of the mirror, so the answer is what? هقول له طبعا it reflects parallel to the principal axis. Why not refract؟ ما قلناش refraction او هقول له ليه reflect؟ اقول له because here we talk about what? We talk about mirror. If we talk about light falls through the focus of convex mirror هقول له it refracts what? Parallel to the principal axis. We should differentiate between mirror and lenses in the behavior of light passes through it. Okay, Ms. Rasha.
Okay, I have also a question. What happens if a part or arm of a starfish is cutted without the central disc? يبقى the starfish arm is cutted without part of the central disc. What happens if? The answer is the starfish will grow another new arm, and this is we call regeneration, not reproduction. Why it's not reproduction? Because it must have part of the central disc to reproduce. So the answer is why what happen if cutting arm of starfish without central disc? What will happen? the star fish for new are. يعني compensate the missing part. طب the question in another form.
Okay, Miss Rasha, بس here we have a Krollos from Cairo. Hi Krollos.
الو.
Hello, ازيك؟
الحمد لله. عامل ايه؟
You have a question, Krollos?
No, I want to be asked.
To ask, okay. So here we have a question on the monitor. If you want to answer this question is what happens when. بص معايا كده على المونيتور. The light rays fall parallel to the principal axis of the convex lens. خلي بالك we talk about lens not mirror. Falls parallel to the principal axis of the convex lens. How can you answer this question?
Give reason.
What happens? Not give reason.
قول تاني معلش.
انت مش شايف. The light rays fall parallel to the principal axis. لو اللايت ray fall او light rays sorry fall parallel to the principal axis ايه اللي يحصل؟
It will reflect into the focus.
يبقى طب reflect or refract?
Reflect.
Why? We talk about lens or mirror here? We talk about lens.
refract. Sorry.
يبقى it will
Refract
refract
to the focus.
through أو to the focus. كرولوس طبعا هنا خلي بالك careful ان احنا if we talk about mirrors not like lenses we have only one letter as a difference between reflection and refraction. Okay?
Okay.
Try to answer another question.
ماشي.
Okay. بيقول لي the light ray falls parallel to the principal axis of concave mirror. If the light rays falls parallel. تمام؟ to the principal axis of what?
It will refract.
هو mirror ولا lens؟
Reflect.
يبقى it will reflect what? passes through what?
Center of curvature.
Yes. لا خلي بالك هو قال parallel to the principal axis. يبقى passing through the ايه؟ focus. خلي بالك يا كرولوس. Okay كرولوس thank you for your interference with us and we will waiting. ما عندكش أي أسئلة يا كرولوس؟ Okay. طيب let's go to complete. Okay Miss Rasha you have another question?
Okay, what happened? Fusion of male and female gamete. What happened if male and female gamete fuse together? It form zygote. يبقى what happened if male and female gamete fuse together, or what happened if fusion of male and female gamete together, it form the zygote. Okay, اتفضل مستر محمد.
Okay. So here we should know the steps of the sexual reproduction. لازم نخلي بالنا من ال steps of sexual reproduction. We have two stages of the sexual reproduction. We have formation of gametes by meiosis cell division, and the next point is what? Is the fertilization, as we studied before in second prep, as a combination or fusion between male and female gametes to form what? To form zygote. Okay. Let's go to complete our question, as here we have what happens when. عندنا برضو what happens when the light ray fall parallel to the principal axis of the convex lens. طيب we have another question from مصطفى.
الو.
ازيك يا مصطفى؟
ازي حضرتك يا مصطفى؟
الحمد لله. You have a question مصطفى؟
معلش مش سامع حضرتك كويس.
لا بقول لك you have a question. عندك سؤال؟
بعد اذن حضرتك هو في ليسون في يونت 4 ليسون 1.
Yes. Cell division.
crossing over phenomenon.
Yes, crossing over phenomenon. Yes.
هو لما هما التو كروموسومز لما بيتقابلوا البوينت اوف انترسكشن بيبقى اسمها ايه؟
The point of intersection between the inner chromatids are called chiasma. but the point of intersection between the chromatids generally is centromere.
تمام.
الانر chromatids during the crossing over phenomenon has another name.
تمام.
chiasma, okay? While the point of intersection between the chromatids generally we have centro what? واضح ان في مشكله عند مصطفى. Centromere is the point of intersection between the two chromatids او the two chromatids consist of the chromosome consists of two chromatids and one centromere. But the inner chromatids during the crossing over phenomenon اسمها chiasma. We should differentiate between the two cases. Okay. We have another question here as what happens when. يلا نبص عليه مع بعض كده. بيقول لي the light rays falls perpendicular to the principal axis of the convex lens. ايه اللي هيحصل؟ خلي بالنا بيقول convex lens يعني not mirror. طيب parallel to the principal axis يبقى it refracts passing through focus. يبقى نخلي بالنا question 4 and question 5. The two cases أو in the two cases the light fall parallel to the principal axis but here in concave mirror and here in convex lens. The two cases أو in the two cases number 1 إيه اللي هيحصل؟ هقول له number 1 it reflects and number 2 it refracts. هنا passing through focus وهنا طبعا passing برضو through focus. We have another phone caller. نور الهدى.
الو.
الو ازيك يا نور؟
ازيك يا مستر؟
الحمد لله تمام اتفضلي.
معلش يا مستر ازيك السؤال بس give a reason.
Give reason, okay.
The gaseous rings clouded down and frozen.
The gaseous rings
clouded down and frozen.
لا معلش صوتك بس ثاني. انت قلتي the gaseous rings are what؟ cooled down
down and frozen.
and condensation يعني give reason for
and frozen.
and frozen
يعني ممكن يا مستر اقول the planet of solar system were formed.
انت بتقولي what happens ولا give reason الاول؟ give reason ليه هي condense. اقول له condense by cooling. هي حصل لها condense ليه؟ by cooling as we studied before in primary stage. condensation by cooling. معايا فهمتيني؟ فهمتيني؟ planets are formed ليه؟ يا ريت تسمعيني بس من التليفون مش من التلفزيون. اوكي؟
ماشي.
يبقى هنا حصل formation of planets تمام؟ due to the condensation.
اوكي.
فتشينج from the gaseous state to the liquid state to the solid state.
تمام.
اوكي؟ you have another question نور؟
انا عايزه اتسال.
عايزه تسالي. طب اوكي مفيش مشكله. طيب هنا عندنا بروبلم. بصي معايا كده في البروبلم دي. اقريها كده لو تقدري شايفاها قدامك اقريها. هنا عندنا بروبلم. بصي معايا كده في البروبلم بس يا ريت توطي صوت التلفزيون شويه.
ماشي.
اتفضلي. اقري بقى.
Object at distance more than focal length but less than double focal length in front of concave mirror.
هعمل ايه؟
ما هرسم الرسمه فيها كده.
تمام يعني هعمل كده الارك بتاعي باي بروتراكتور وبعدين اشتغل ايه؟ طب اول لايت راي ساعديني اعتبريني انا ستودنت ساعديني قولي لي هعمل ايه؟
هرسم الرسمه اللي هي between focus and the center of curvature.
تمام between focus and center of curvature good job. وبعدين
دي كده دي الاوبجكت الايمج هتكون اكتر سنتر اوف كيرفتشر.
اكسلنت. يبقى هنا طبعا هنا we have
يبقى هتبقى ريال وانفيرتد ولارج.
ريل انفيرتد لارج. اكسلنت نور. طبعا نور هنا جاوبت ممتاز يا نور طبعا جدا. طبعا يعني we hope you communicate us later. Okay thank you نور for your phone call. Okay
thank you مستر.
thank you نور. اوكي هنا عندنا زي ما قالت نور بالظبط. هنبص على الكويستشن كده قدامنا. طبعا الاوبجكت هنا we should measure two equal distances as P as F as C. خلي بالنا by ruler two equal distances and the object here in this case at distance more than focal length but less than double focal length. يعني between what? Between F and C. So the object is here and we should طبعا هنا make two light rays, one of them parallel to the principal axis. In this case, it will reflect through the focus, as you see. And another case, the light ray falling through the focus, so it will reflect parallel to the principal axis, as Noor said. So here has image at a distance more than double focal length. The image is طبعا real, magnified, مكبر يعني، او طبعا enlarged، طبعا ان هو inverted يعني مقلوب. And last point, after center of curvature, after C. Okay, we have Nada, another phone caller. Nada.
الو.
الو، ازيك؟
الحمد لله تمام.
تمام. You have a question?
لا عايزه اشارك يعني.
طيب تمام، مفيش مشكله.
Can I ask a question?
تمام. طيب هنا عندنا another point as another question، يا ريت تقريه كده معايا.
اوكي.
ندى اتفضلي.
لسه ما ظهرش.
هيظهر دلوقتي اهو.
اوكي. Object at a distance less than the focal length in front of the concave mirror.
Yes. هنعمل ايه بقى؟
هتبقى الرسمة. هنرسم ال concave mirror وكده ال principal axis.
تمام.
وهنحط الأوبجكت between البول والفوكس.
الأوبجكت between what and what؟ again عشان أنا ما سمعتش.
البول والفوكس.
less than focal length؟ طبعا between pole and focus. يبقى أنا عندي ال P ال F two equal distances or what؟ يا ندى.
إيه؟
two equal distances or what? Between P and F equal between F and C?
F and C equals P and F.
Yes, so the object is here. So what we will do in this case?
It will be in the same side. The image.
And okay, يعني how can we identify or to determine the image? هعمل ايه? The first
a light
what?
ray parallel to the principal axis.
Yes.
It will pass through the focus.
Reflected through the focus. Extension for what?
Extension for the ray. It will pass through the focus.
No, not this ray. We have another ray. Light
yes,
ray.
through the center of curvature.
Yes.
Then their extensions will form the image.
So here we have extension like that by ruler. نخلي بالنا. And we have another extension. So here we have the image. Excellent. Yeah, Nada. So the properties.
It will be real, upright, magnified.
لا, not real بقى.
Virtual, sorry. Virtual.
Yes, يبقى number one. Erect. So, number two, virtual. So,
yes, erect.
number
virtual,
three.
Magnified.
Magnified, and its position?
Behind the mirror.
Excellent. Behind the mirror. طبعا ما فيش حاجة behind the mirror because this image is virtual. Thank you, Nada. You are welcome. You are welcome, Nada. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Rasha, you have a question?
Yes, I have a give reason.
Give reason.
Light year used to measure distance in space. Why we use measuring unit light year to measure distance in space? The answer is because it's very large distance. Okay, so I cannot measure it by kilometer or by centimeter if I'm using the light year to measure the distance between the space, not kilometer or centimeter.
Okay,
Mr. Muhammad.
Okay. So here we have another type of question as we have problem, but these problems related to the unit 1, as here we have on the monitor, car moves with speed 40 meter per second. The car driver used the brakes. خلي بالنا ما فيش حاجة كده بتتكتب. The car driver used the brakes to decrease the speed into 20 meter per second. So here we have the first speed is what? Is 40 meter per second. And the second speed is what? Is 20 meter per second. So we have starting speed or initial speed, and number 2 is final speed. Through how many seconds? As here we have 2 seconds. Calculate the car acceleration then mention its type. يعني احسب الاكسلريشن وبعد كده هشوف التايب بتاعها. طب firstly we have لؤي phone caller. لؤي how are you لؤي؟
السلام عليكم.
رقية سوري.
ايوه
ازيك؟
ايوه.
You have a question رقية؟
تمام انا عايزه اسال.
عايزة تسألي. طب ما قدامك الكويستشن اهو، يلا قريه كده معايا. read it and answer this question. يلا.
طيب ثواني بس.
اوكي هيظهر قدامك ما تقلقيش.
تمام. A car moves with a speed 40 meter per second. The car driver uses the brakes to decrease the speed into 20 meter per second.
تمام.
Through 2 seconds.
تمام.
Calculate the car acceleration then mention its type.
تمام.
تمام. هجيب الانيشال speed هتبقى 40 meter per second.
تمام.
والفاينل هتبقى 20 meter per second.
اوكي.
والتايم الفاينل speed هتبقى 20 meter per second.
تمام.
والتايم هتبقى 2 seconds.
time equal to seconds. اوكي.
الاكسلريشن هتساوي v final minus v initial over total time.
يبقى A equal V2 minus V1 over delta T.
تمام. هيبقى 20 minus 40 over 2.
يبقى acceleration equal 20 minus
40 over
40
2.
yes over 2.
هيبقى negative 20 over 2 هتبقى بنيجاتيف 10.
negative 10. negative 10 what?
meter per second square.
Okay, don't forget to write the measuring unit.
تمام. المنشن السايب بقى السايب هتبقى deceleration.
Deceleration. Okay, deceleration or what? We have another.
Negative acceleration.
Yes, we have negative acceleration. Excellent. Ruqayya,
Can
you have a question?
No thanks.
Can we ask
Thank you.
another question to
طب رقية استني كده. Miss Rasha want to ask you a question.
طيب تمام.
اتفضلي يا
Ruqayya,
رقية.
can you answer another question, Ruqayya?
Okay.
Okay, can you answer what happen if adding sugar solution to a yeast fungus? What happen if adding sugar solution to a yeast fungus? What will happen?
It will reproduce by budding.
Excellent. It will reproduce by
Budding.
budding. Thank you, Ruqayya. Excellent. Okay.
Excellent رقية.
Okay.
You are welcome.
يبقى it reproduce by budding. Thank you, Ruqayya. Excellent. Okay.
طبعا we have another question according to unit 1 as a problem here. We have, as you see here, we have circle has a circumference 20 meter and diameter is 5 meter. A body moves around the circle 1.5 time. يعني لف حواليها 1.5 time. لف حواليها مرة ونص. 1.5 time. Through 3 seconds. Calculate the what distance covered. أول حاجة we should draw يعني the circle. تمام. أرسم السيركل الأول بتاعتي. Okay. Circle like that. Okay. This circle has circumference. Circumference equal how many? Here the circumference كله على بعضه 20 meters. أهو كده أهو. ده كل ده how many? 20 meters. But at the same time we have diameter. Diameter from this point to this point passing through طبعا the center of the circle. The diameter here equal how many? Equal 5 meters. يبقى circumference equal 20 meters. طيب. The body moves around the circle 1.5 time. يعني لف حوالينها مرة ونص. طبعا هنا need to calculate what? Distance. And we know distance is the actual length. تمام. Between 2 points. طبعا هو 1.5. So 1 equal what? Equal the circumference. يبقى 20 and a half يبقى 10. يبقى 20 plus 10 equal what? Equal 30. 30 what? 30 meters. But at the same time we need to calculate the displacement cover. طبعا البادي يتحرك ازاي؟ يتحرك 1 كده اهو. And what? And half. يعني يتحرك كده اهو كده نعملها ب another color. And half يعني كده. يعني displacement in this case equal what? Equal the diameter. Starting point is here and ending point is here. So the displacement here equal 5 meters. طيب the third point here try to find the average speed. طبعا average speed is the total distance covered over total time taken. Total distance equal how many؟ يبقى v dash equal total distance over total time. Total distance equal how many? Equal 30 over total time equal 3 seconds. يبقى 3 يبقى 10 meter per second. But at the same time we try to calculate the average velocity. Average velocity, v velocity with arrow equal displacement over time. So displacement equal how many? Displacement equal 5 meters over how many? Over 3. طبعا by calculator equal 1 about يعني 1.33 meter per second. Okay, we have another phone caller as Abdurrahman from Cairo. Hi Abdurrahman.
Hi Mr.
You have a question?
No.
You try to answer the question?
Yes.
We start with Miss Rasha, then I will ask you a question. Okay. اتفضلي
Okay
Miss
يا
Rasha.
عبد الرحمن.
نعم.
Give reason يا عبد الرحمن. Sexual reproduction is a source of genetic variation.
قدامك السؤال يا عبد الرحمن.
ها. Sexual reproduction is a source of genetic variation يا عبد الرحمن. Why? Can you see the question عبد الرحمن?
الو.
ايوه عبد الرحمن الكويستشن قدامك على المونيتور على السكرين قدامك في التلفزيون اقراه وجاوبه.
مش شايف.
Sexual reproduction is a source of genetic variation.
I don't know. مش
You
عارف.
don't know. Okay طيب try to answer another question.
Another question يا عبد الرحمن.
طيب بص هنا معايا في المونيتور قدامي بيقول لي ان هو put right or wrong. يا ريت تبص في السكرين عندك في التلفزيون.
ماشي.
Then correct the wrong one. او اقرا اول question كده اتفضل.
Mitotic division occurs in somatic cells.
Right or wrong? Meiotic division occurs in somatic cell.
Right.
Right. يبقى الميوتك بيحصل في السوماتيك سيل؟
Right.
No, wrong. Not meiotic.
الميتوتيك.
ايوه خلي بالك من لتر واحد يا عبد الرحمن يخلي another answer. يبقى هنا mitotic or mitosis. ممكن اعمل correction according to the type of division. وممكن اعمل another correction. somatic cell تبقى مكانها ايه؟
هتبقى reproductive cell.
Yes, reproductive cell. بس ساعتها in this case I will leave meiotic as it is. واقول reproductive
cell.
اوكي. عبد الرحمن يعني خلي بالك one letter ممكن يعني يغير الانسر خالص.
تمام.
reproductive cell. You are welcome عبد الرحمن. If you have any question عندك اي اسئله عبد الرحمن؟
No.
Okay, you are welcome. Okay, Miss Rasha, answer this question,
Okay,
please.
give reason. Sexual reproduction is a source of genetic variation. The answer, because in sexual reproduction it comes from two different sources. Because in sexual reproduction it come from two different sources اللي هي male gamete N and female gamete N. So a new genetic characters appear.
Okay.
اتفضل.
So here we have to differentiate between sexual and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction again is a source of genetic variation as Ms. Rasha said. Here we have two sources, male and female gametes. They combine together forming zygote with characters of the two parents. But if we talk about asexual reproduction, the individual here is identical to the parent, no genetic variation. مفيش أي صفة هتتغير. أقول له because sexual reproduction depends on one parent and by mitosis division. يبقى asexual reproduction has no genetic variation. مفيهوش تنوع. أقول له because it depends on one parent and here by mitosis cell division. Okay, here we have another question as right or wrong, then correct the wrong one. Okay, يلا نشوف مع بعض الكويستشن ده. بيقول لي number 2 mitotic division produces cell that contain، خلي بالنا قال ايه mitotic division، ما عديش اي كلمه، produces cells that contain half the genetic material. تمام؟ طبعا هنا هتبقى right ولا wrong؟ mitotic division produce cells contains half the genetic material. طبعا هنا هتبقى wrong. we can change mitotic، هنخليها ايه meiotic. one say او another correction، ممكن اقول له بدل half اخليها ايه complete genetic material، بس هخلي mitotic as it is. okay, we have another phone caller. مين؟ another phone caller. مين معايا؟
سيد.
مريم؟
سيد.
سيد اتفضل.
عايزة أسأل
سؤال؟
طيب
اوكي. we have a question here. طب بص على السكرين عندك في التلفزيون في البيت، بص كده معايا number 3 read it and try to answer. اقراه كده وحاول تجاوبه.
حاضر دي واحدة ماشي. The crossing over phenomena occurs in the anaphase of first meiosis. صح.
الكروسنج اوفر فينومينون بيحصل في الانافيز؟
لا غلط، في السكند.
طيب ولا لا مش في السكند.
لا في السكند.
لا الانافيز هتبقى بروفيز. خلي بالك بروفيز اوف فيرست مايوسيس، او بدل ممكن على فكره ما اقولش فيرست مايوس، ممكن اقول له فيرست بروفيز.
هو هيبقى في هيبقى في السكند ميوزيس.
لا السكند مايوسيس considered as mitosis. السكند مايوسيس considered as mitosis because it produces two cells identical to the original or the mother cell. خلي بالك. Okay? You are welcome Said. Okay. Ms. Rasha, you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. Compare between the type of reproduction of bacteria and bread mold. Compare between reproduction in bacteria and bread mold. Okay, first bacteria produced by binary fission. Okay, while bread mold produced by spores. Okay, so I have to memorize the example of the reproduction: bacteria by binary fission and bread mold by spores.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rasha. We have another question here as we have number 4 قدامنا. Meiotic division aims to production of the gametes. بيقول لي meiotic division اللي هو meiosis aims to production of the gametes. يا ترى right ولا wrong؟ طبعا هيبقى right because meiosis or meiotic division produce out the importance of meiotic or meiosis division is the formation of gametes like sperm, like ovum, like pollen grains. Because meiotic division produces 4 cells, each one of them has the half number of chromosome of the original cell. Okay, let's go to start our another give reason for. بيقول لي when you look at the mirror you see your face. لما ببص في المراية ليه بشوف وشي؟ طبعا هنا we talk about what? We talk about mirror. Why you see your face? We have to answer here. أقول له due to light reflection. Light what? Reflection. لأنه حصل reflection للlight ف we can see the face or anything because in the dark we can't see anything because no light to reflect and we can't see anything. So number 2, the perpendicular light ray on the object is it reflects on itself. طبعا هنا طبعا we answered this question before, but in what happened طبعا reflects on itself. هقول له طبعا because angle of incidence equal angle of reflection equal what? Equal 0. Equal what? Equal 0. Okay, Ms. Rasha, you have a question?
Yes. Question: compare between meiosis and mitosis. Okay, according the site, and number B according to the produced cell. Okay, we make a table. Okay, to compare between meiosis and the mitosis. According to the site, meiosis division in reproductive cell. In reproductive cells. Mitosis in somatic cells. Okay. The number of produced cell, meiosis produce 4 cells, each contain
half number of chromosome
n chromosome or half a number of chromosome
or
okay.
haploids. Yes.
Haploid.
Somatic cell.
The somatic cell produce 2 identical cells with complete number of chromosome 2n, or we call it diploid.
Okay, Ms. Rasha, we have a phone caller.
Okay.
Ms. Rasha. Amira, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I want to ask in the problem acceleration.
You have a question or to ask in acceleration?
Ask in acceleration.
Ask.
Okay, ask.
The problem said that the brake decreased by 20 meters per second.
Okay.
So in the problem, the final speed minus initial speed يبقى negative 20 minus first speed مش هي decreased.
تمام، ما هو 20 minus 40.
لا المفروض negative 20 هي decreased.
طب ما 20 minus 40 equal كام؟ أنا بسألك 20 minus 40 equal كام؟ 20 over time. طبعا 20 minus 40 equal 20.
20 minus 40 equal 20.
equal negative 20.
equal negative 20.
فنخلي بالنا ان هي نيجاتيف 20. اوكي over التايم وات ايفر ايه التايم اللي هيطلع فالاكسلريشن هتطلع as a final result is negative.
بس انا لما جيت كتبت negative 20 minus 40 over التايم.
التايم كان بكام؟
التايم كان ب 2
what؟
3 seconds.
وات ايفر يبقى 3 seconds يبقى عندي negative 20 over 3 seconds. The final answer is what? Negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative. So we have what acceleration?
Negative acceleration or decelerating motion.
Okay. You are right. Your answer is right.
Okay, ماشي.
Okay. You are welcome.
Thanks.
So I think we have the last question. As the image that formed by the plane mirror is virtual. طبعا هنا we know why the image is virtual. طبعا هقول له because it can't be received on a screen. Again, because this image is received on a screen. طبعا can't be received on a screen. يعني ما ينفعش طبعا هنا due to intersection of the extensions of the reflected light rays. Okay, we have more enough time or what? عندنا وقت كفاية؟ Okay. Okay, طبعا هنا thank you Ms. Rasha for your interaction with us in this your good questions, your intelligence questions. And thank you dear students for interaction with us. I hope you get more benefits from this episode. Thank you. I will hope to see you again with your phone or your calls. Thank you. See you soon and goodbye.